What the future holds is uncertain. A wise man, probably, kinda, might have said this. These wise words probably came to him in a dream. While we don't know exactly what will happen, we can guess.
Oh my god!
Flying cars, teleportation, 42-hour back-to-back shifts at the Amazon fortress.
I got my own sweatshop, nigga. Goddamn.
The possibilities are endless. What I did not predict is Robo Ninja fighting in a skyscraper guided by the voices in his head. Ghostrunner is a 2020 action platformer game. This description does not do it justice. It's like saying danger ahead, but what you actually mean is 4 men with hammers lying in wait around the corner. But before I get into the gameplay, the story. You wake up as the last Amazon worker. As you can see, you've been filled to the brim with package sorting augments. I'm going to give you clues to where you actually are. Terrible infrastructure, garbage everywhere, some serious anti-homeless architecture. You have your answer? That's right, California. You immediately get hit with vent withdrawal and hear the voice of your late great leader, Jeff Bezos. He's dead now and only exists as AI, which is an acronym for Indians typing out of sight. Jeff Bezos and the rest of your kind were killed in a hostile takeover by someone called the Keymaster, Bezos' most trusted scientist. The more you speak to him, the more you realize he has an interesting understanding of the value of human life. This is best shown when the last of the people who rebuilt you, a woman named Zoe, asks you to save the population of a floor from being suffocated to death. The architect, Jeff, kinda sees this as a waste of time. With the 2 voices in your head, which is kind of greedy, stop hogging the schizophrenia, you head out to stop the Keymaster. You might have noticed that I'm being really vague. Is it because I care about not spoiling you? No. The main menu is kinda small, and the continue button is very close to the new game button. Without warning or confirmation, clicking new game will reset your progress, including collectibles. With no loop, I was fucked, and I was so pissed I refused to do that all again to get back to where I was. Now the gameplay, it's amazing. The movement, specifically the wall riding, brought back so many fond memories of Titanfall 2, and in most aspects I believe Ghostrunner's a cut above all the rest in traversal. Hooking, mid-air correction, sliding, time manipulation, this is as good as it gets. But movement is only good if the environment you're in encourages it. I'm about to say something bad about Titanfall 2. Before you bludgeon me to death, give me a moment. Some of it felt gimmicky. I know, brave statement. Abilities came and went, and so did the environments that required them. Ghostrunner doesn't have this problem, or at least not to the same extent. Once something is introduced, you best believe it's going to be used again and again in your favor or to your detriment. Emphasis on the detriment part. This game is hard. I know. Get good. Haha, you're very funny. I hope you're not here all week. Enemies in this game are negative stormtroopers, each one of them boasting 10 perception and having their own Pip-Boy to open up vats and hit you with a critical. In other words, if you get hit once, you're screwed. You probably think I'm exaggerating. I'm not. The devs aren't completely evil. The enemies telegraph their moves, which is cool. Thanks, devs. What exactly are they telegraphing again? Light speed attacks? Ah, I see. Unfortunate. Shift is your dash. Holding down the key slows down time and allows you to dodge mid-air. You're going to be using this a lot. You can try and dodge without it. That's all I'm going to say. You can try. Haha, I tried. It's not all doom and gloom. The devs threw us another bone by giving us abilities like Blink, which is Genji's dash that cuts through enemies and projectiles. If the enemies are close enough together, you can get multiple with one slice. This is hypothetical, of course, as enemies are usually positioned at different postal codes. Because of this, I usually just use Blink to finish off fights and not risk a restart. There's also Tempest, which is a force push. I still prefer to use Blink over it until these guys were introduced. These guys and the totem boss, very funny by the way, were the cause of various aneurysms. Getting around this specific attack without Tempest will put hair on your chest. If the attack has been initiated and you slow down time, you might not get Toji'd. You're actually supposed to deal with this guys is bait out an attack and dodge to the side only if you're close to them, or up and down if you're far away. Makes sense. Why did you put me in a room with 3 of them? So if you have the affinity to punch walls or your kids, I don't recommend this game. While I thoroughly believe that everything in this game is fair, sometimes I experience a moment of downright bullshittery that I have to blame the game for to cope. Weaving around one enemy's fire to kill them only to get shot in the back or side to an enemy you could not see chips away at the little sanity I have left, slowly making me a greater threat to uneaten devs. To distract potential violent players, the devs added collectibles, the most important of which are sword cosmetics. Collectibles don't do anything, so I really don't care. The devs gave us an upgrade that allows us to detect them easier. You know, if you wanna waste space that could have been used for a good upgrade, like the ability to reflect bullets if you time it right. You will not time it right. Blah 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 blah. It's a good game with a sequel, so go play it. Now spam.